What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another recruiting update. There's been so many. I'm trying to get up videos as they happen. Last night, I was out at a dinner, so I wasn't able to make this video till today when I got home. But Jackson State, right after they just landed an All American transfer running back, landed another running back in former UAM running back Chris Smith, University of Arkansas at Monticello running back, where he announced that he was going to transfer with, I believe, 2 to 3 years of eligibility left, depending on how that COVID year looks. And now he enters a now really and truly a crowded running back room for Jackson State, where they have a lot of talent and a lot of guys looking to get some playing time now in that running back room. But Smith comes in out of Louisiana, man, New Orleans, Louisiana, Brothers Martin High School. And I'm excited to see how he fits into this offense. 5'10", 180, coming out of Brother Martin High School. Was a first team all district selection in high school, a South Shore Player of the Week multiple times, was named to the Clarion Herald's elite football team. And at UAM, saw a little bit of time there, really seemed it was tough for him to really find his role there. But you see with the highlights, man, the potential is there. As a senior, when he earned all district honors in high school, produced over 1,000 rushing yards for 13 rushing touchdowns, including a big, almost 200-yard game and 2 rushing touchdowns to open the season for his senior year. But you see here, the number one thing you're getting with Smith is a guy who is very, very shifty in the open field, does a great job at being patient, reading his offensive line, reading where the hole is going to be. And he also does a great job in just pure movement, man. He's so fluid with his movements, which makes him extremely dangerous in the open field. As you see on the highlights, man, he can make the linebackers, DBs, everything miss. You have to play sound defense against this guy. And also, his I guess you could say his lack of size really does help him in a way. You hear this a lot with smaller running backs, that they can hide behind the bigger offensive linemen, and it makes it very hard for the linebackers to keep in touch of where he is. You heard it even going back to like Trey Mason at Auburn and some of these smaller guys, where they would just kind of dance behind the offensive line, see a hole, hit it, and the linebacker just wouldn't be there because they could not see them, so they couldn't track where they are. But he has great field vision, and I'm very interested to see where Jackson State feels like he can fit in the rotation, because when you look at the running back room, you got Santee Marshall coming back. You have Tyson Alexander coming back after a huge spring season, missed last year due to injury. You also still have JD Martin in the backfield as well. And then, of course, you just got a huge All American transfer from Delaware State. You could check out the episode on the channel too. There's a lot of people who are expecting snaps. Now, when you're looking at his best comparison, he really does look a lot like Santee Marshall playing. Santee Marshall 5'10", 170 as well, also out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And so I do think they're very, very similar running backs, probably two of the more similar running backs on Jackson State's roster now. And so I'm wondering if Chris Smith and Santee Marshall can play off each other really well, what the rotation piece is going to be, because we do know Jackson State is going to rotate running backs like they did with Peyton Pickett, JD Martin last year, and even getting Santee Marshall into the rotation. But the running back room is loaded now. But Chris Smith, man, is going to be a shifty guy who I think could be a big play threat for Jackson State here, as you could just see here, man, in the open field, he can make people miss, and that top end speed, once he gets going, he can get on out of there. So I really do think Jackson State has a very nice piece here at the running back spot. Now the question is, we have a new offensive coordinator in Brett Bartolone. We potentially have a new, I guess, scheme. But for me, how much is, with the air raid, the running attack is important because it opens up a lot of what you want to do in terms of your passing game and spreading the defense out. But having a running back that can make plays in I guess, a uncrowded box as you're spreading the defense out is the key. I'm pretty sure with a new OC, with some new offensive identity that they're going to have, they're going to go with the guy that gives them the best chance to spread that defense out and make plays on the ground. And Chris Smith could be one of those guys. I'm really interested to see how Tyson Alexander looks back coming from injury. Can JD Martin, Santee Marshall take that next step? And of course, what is it going to look like, in terms of the Delaware State running back as well coming in and potentially making a big impact in Savion Wilkerson. So there's a lot of questions here for Jackson State on how everything looks. But Chris Smith, a huge addition out of UAM to this Jackson State offense. But comment below what you think of Smith's addition to this Jackson State offense. How is he going to fit in? Do you think he can be one of those top running backs in this deep rotation now for Jackson State? Comment all that below. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel above and stay tuned for more FCS recruiting content right here on the Blue Bloods. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.